Morning Thailand supported by Sea Thai Superwear. Wings Learning Circle. Customized English course for your business.
And welcome back to the last section of Morning Thailand with us. Fai Golf and Kun Chen is here. สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีครับสวัสดีครับ
And in this particular break, we're talking about the very important issues here, especially in Thailand, the support and the push for the bill supporting the marriage rights of same-sex people. This issue has been a lot of controversy topics in many countries, and a lot of countries has already passed the bills approving the rights of same-sex people to getting married. However, in Thailand, there's some groups of people who are supporting and also trying to push these bills into the deliberation of parliament. And yesterday, I believe there's a special seminar held
A press announcement almost.
about this particular topic. So
And-
what's happening?
And don't forget, in terms of same-sex marriage, Thailand has been quite open. You gotta admit, for third gender,
Yes.
right? But it has taken us quite a while to get to this point. Do you think it's gonna really fall through? We're gonna pass it on? Good
I
news.
think eventually,
Eventually?
this draft of law would be passed.
Okay.
But let's look at a global trend.
Okay.
Since 2000, the first, the Netherlands is the first nation to legalize the same-sex marriage and adoption.
Adoption too. Okay.
And some country would allow same-sex marriage first, then allow the adoption later, such as Belgium. They allow the same-sex marriage in 2003 and the adoption in 2006.
Okay.
And some of the country even allow the rights to artificial insemination to same-sex couples, such as Norway since 2009.
Right, Canada too. I got friends, like few friends, who actually have done that before, and they came up with 2 beautiful children. So lovely.
All right, and the U.S. in the U.S. many states legalize the same-sex marriage, such as New York and Massachusetts, and many states are working on it. For example, there has been a fight on the Proposition 8 in California since 2008. But yesterday, the Rights and Liberties Protection Department from the Ministry of Justice held a press conference to present their work on developing drafts of law that would protect human rights even more in various aspects, such as the extension of criminal code, the unfair contract, and the one we are talking today is the same-sex civil union bill. It's not a marriage.
So civil union. So it's almost like a partner life kind of thing. I think this one is so that if something happened to one of them, then at least they get the same benefits as the marriage couple, right? Married couple.
The thing is that the benefit and all rights and regulation are quite the same.
Okay.
But I think for the values and the feeling that you get from civil unionship and marriage are quite different.
Not the same. Right. So it's almost like what they're fighting for is the acceptance that they are equal to the just as straight people, but to giving them a different set of law just to get married, then that's still not exactly equal. Okay.
Actually, this bill has been pushed by Kun Virat Kalayasiri, the Democrat MP for Songkhla province, and he actually get 20 MPs to sign the draft, and it is now at the committee level of the discussion. As well, yesterday, Kun Nare, the Director General of the Rights and Liberty Protection Department, said they will put forward the same-sex civil union bill in Parliament very soon. And he said the department and the House Committee has decided to put this bill before Parliament with the hope that the same-sex partners would be able to enjoy the same rights.
Okay.
And the rights cover tax benefit,
Right.
pension benefits, and every right that
But not adoption.
Married couple is supposed to get. Right.
This is why many LGBTQ, just to inform you, LGBTQ is lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer.
Right.
Activists feel that they are being used in this bill. The thing is that many of their opinion does not make it to the bill into the bill.
Really?
Uh-huh.
But who would push for this though? The people that working in this particular bill.
I think the yesterday press conference is quite
There was like
political.
Dr. Seri Wongmunta. He was there. Obviously, Dr. Seri is quite famous in terms of, one of the very first gay academic that
Yes.
actually came out in such a big way. And, he's supporting all the gay rights and such. And there was, who else? People from the law, the legal system and
Several
such.
groups and organizations involving human rights.
Yeah.
But the thing is that inside the bill, there's still the same-sex couples still have to prove their gender. So it is
What do you
require
mean to
medical recommendation as well.
Okay, so we have to pretty
consult?
much say
Yeah.
which sex we decided to be,
Right.
in terms in which gender. But what about queer?
And
They don't really. They're like
Yeah,
whatever.
as well, the right for adoption and artificial insemination
Right.
does not mention in the bill.
Of
That
course.
might be pretty hard in Thailand because even in the United States or other countries in Europe,
It's a little bit
Yeah.
more
Controversial.
tricky. Yeah.
So as well, one interesting comment is that they would like the gender not to be mentioned in the bill. So, for example, if our cameraman here,
This is very famous and I think the most beautiful transgender in Thailand.
She's Miss Tiffany Universe 2004. She's supporting this as well. Right.
the thing is
Alright.
that if a man who gets a sexual operation and
Okay.
later become a woman, met a woman who gets sexual operation and become a man,
Interman,
they would get married by their
Normally.
So they do not
So-
want to put the same sex word in the bill.
Oh, that a little complicating.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So I know it's quite difficult to understand to many of you. So the activists, most of them would feel that they're pressure to accept this bill because many of the people who are working on this are saying quite like let's accept it and we can amend it later.
So that might be the problem of the wording, right?
Yes.
If they're not using same-sex marriage, what else? Gay marriage.
It's
No, civil union they call it.
It's a civil union.
So you just tie together legally, but not as marriage and such.
As well, another comment is that many cannot accept that they have to prove that the couple are living together before the
Well,
marriage.
what about if they're like very conservative and you're not supposed to live together before marriage? That could be. If straight people could do it, I'm pretty sure that gay people, some of them feel the same. That you want to wait until you're ready and you legally bond before you physically bond.
That's quite humorous because we have seen a lot of weddings between same-sex couples on the front pages of newspaper, even
Right.
between man and man and woman to woman.
Right, but it's just more like a wedding ceremony, not the marriage itself. Like in Thailand, I think that we are conservative, but we're kind of liberal in some
open
way.
to- yeah.
Exactly, it's a lot easier to as a transgender to live here in Thailand than any other Asian country. You gotta admit that, but still, there's still a long way to go. I think it's involved time.
But if this law passed, we will be the first Asian country
Yep.
to
Okay.
legalize the same-sex marriage.
I guess this is like a first step. First
Yes.
step is always good, better than none. And of course, like I mentioned, there's like Dr. Seri Wongmunta, right? There's also another big name, Kun Pillai Wanbunlon, who's actually a stage
Director.
play director of Chan Puchai Naya 2, which is just going to be played quite soon, to showcase quite soon. And she actually came out and talk about this particular case as well in terms of trying to support it, because obviously everyone deserves equal rights. And we have been accepting third gender in Thailand for a long time already, and at least make it a little bit more legal, showing, the rest of them that, yes, you are equal. But like you said, there's probably still a lot of issue under the bridge.
Still a long way to go. It's just we keep our finger crossed.
Exactly, but I think we're the country that have the most organized age pageants, competition for third gender. I think I could say that we're one of the best. I'm very proud of our transgenders.
Yeah.
They're very, very beautiful, and in terms of handsome, I think we have seen quite a bit already too. Not transgender yet, but cross-dress. A lot of women became like RS promotions singer Kun Z.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, very famous and very handsome, and she's a woman. There you go. So that's all the time we have for this particular episode. But of course, if you want to discuss a little bit more in terms of this issue, we're not sure which country you're in and whether or not they have a same-sex marriage yet. If you want to discuss about this, please email us at morningthailandshow@gmail.com, or you can go on our Facebook at facebook.com/morningthailand. And we have the Twitter as well as Instagram. And you can watch us on YouTube playback as well. And thank you, CC00, for our shirt, as well as Kun Chen Royal IV Regattas for the attire, and C Thai Sportwear, Quality the World Trust, Wings Learning Circle, customized English course for your business. As for today, I'm Golf.
Fine.
Chen
สวัสดีค่ะ